Hey guys, it's already time for another Plan With Me video and I don't understand how it is April already. I still think it is 2024 every time I need to reference a year or something, and here I am suddenly working on my April theme. This is just wild. I was actually not sure what theme to do, except that I wanted to do some kind of drawing. It has been a long time since I felt like drawing or painting, so I needed to take an advantage of me feeling up to it. But then, for the longest time, I could not figure out what to draw. I made a few very quick sketches with a pen, and as you can see, if this even makes sense to you, my first idea was to make this like set of mini pictures all around one theme. I've seen those a few years ago on Pinterest and I still like them, so that was my first idea. But I was kind of intimidated by it, so I kept brainstorming and I came up with this much simpler theme of butterflies and plants. Because why not? I need to start simple rather than go too big and then be disappointed. I did a pencil sketch one evening and then, in true RyeMi fashion, I was nervous to start coloring it in for a few days because I did not want to commit to a color scheme. So when I finally started on the page, I still had absolutely no idea what colors I would like to use or what I was really doing. And that might be a reason why I was not happy with what I made at first. I used the Ohuhu 60 color brush marker set I swatched in my last vlog, and I am so glad I did that because the swatches were really handy. I picked some browns and greens, yellow and orange for a start, and then once I was actually working on the page and figuring out what I liked, I kept adding more colors, but I did my best to choose similar colors to the ones already on the page.
Sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion. Just my kind of heat, keep it on repeat. Tested by the motion, loving this devotion. Live it up, sweet emotion. Every time, every night, you and I on a roll. Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up where I'm going. Stay on the fly just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights, I've got to run this show. You always take me so high, you always make the highlights. I love the way we vibe, you're like a centerfold. Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion.
Once I was done with butterflies and plants, I added in very wonky moon. Actually 2 moons, one is down there at the bottom. But page still felt quite empty, so I added random orange flowers because why not? And some stars, and lastly I added white highlights on leaves and butterflies. And then I finally felt good about the whole illustration. Trust the process was definitely going around my head a lot. Now it's time for the calendar. I usually have it on the right side, but I figured if it was on the left, it would be easier for me to write in it since I am right-handed, so there will be enough space to put my hand down. Such a silly thing, and I don't understand how I did not try it sooner. It feels a bit weird to have the calendar on the left, but only because I had it on the right side for years. I doodled some vines to fill in the blank spaces around the page, and I used number stickers. I love using them. I recently bought all number sticker variations they had over at Lepikaro. It is a Czech stationery shop, and that's why I had few greens to choose from. I went with this dark one, and I am so glad I did because it looks so good. There's one thing missing, and it's the April title. It was too late to kind of squeeze it in somewhere, and I could of course put it on the left page where the calendar will be, but I figured I could use a bit of brown packaging from some stationery I had lying around and write April on there. I had to try quite a few times because writing titles is not my strong suit, and once I got something passable, I teared it off the paper and added on the left side on the illustration, and that's where I finally felt like I have the April cover done. This little piece of paper transformed this page from a silly little illustration into a proper cover page for me. I do not often have days of the week marked on the calendar, but because this page needed some of this brown paper as well, I added these tiny pieces of paper with the days of the week on top of the calendar, and now it looks like these two pages actually belong together. Despite me having doubts when I started working on my April theme, I am happy with how it looks now, and I am so glad I finally spent some time doing art, even if it was just this silly little page. Next, there is my monthly to-do list and projects list, and this took no time at all to set up. I drew a couple of wines. They look like mistletoe, I guess, but I will call them wines. And I did the same with the titles, writing them on the brown paper and using some grit washi tape underneath, and the page was done. Later I added second line highlights so it would not look that bare, but I forgot to hit record, so you will see that in the final flip through. On the right there will be the habit trackers. You can see I had mini calendars already sketched there, but I did not really like the layout, so I changed it into 2 calendars next to each other instead of 3. I think this way the page is filled better and I have less awkward blank spaces. I introduced some color in here with highlighting space for naming habits I will be tracking using green and yellow, and I am so glad I did that. The page and the whole spread looks so much better now. Then I added few pieces of grit washi tape around the page as well, and done. Oh, and I also have a mini tracker at the bottom for watering my plants because I either forget to water them or I forget whether I did water them. And having this mini tracker in my journal for past 2 months helped a lot, so I am having it here again. Next page is where my daily entries will start, and as usual I am not dividing the spread into individual days. I am only doing decoration and leave it blank, so I can write as much or as little I want any day. I like to occasionally make structured daily entries, but most of the time this works so much better for me. For the decoration, I am doodling these simple vines around the page, and this took no time at all. I love doodling plants or flowers because you can do almost anything and they still look like what they are supposed to most of the time. Also, I was playing with an idea of coloring the outside of the wine frame, but I decided against it for now. But it is still tempting, so maybe I will try that during the month. And the last spread for today is for daily entries as well. This time I am using stickers I recently got from Wild Pencil. I figured they fit perfectly with this theme and I wanted to have something else on my pages than vines. This took no time at all to decorate, and I actually might have added stickers on the next spread as well, but I will be away for a week or so in April and I am not going to take the journal with me, so I would rather decorate new pages when I will actually need them instead of accidentally decorate too many. And guys, that's my April journal theme. Despite having some doubts at the beginning, I am really happy with how my theme turned out. Let me know in the comments below what your theme for April is, if you are having one. And thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.